Peace everyone, Unmask Art here, and welcome back to the Drawing Journal. Alright, so you might notice that I'm missing from the screen. I don't have my webcam and green screen set up like I normally do. I just kind of feel like a mess today and didn't want to set it up. I don't know, today's just one of those days where I just don't have a lot of energy. Probably due to the weather. It's really gloomy out, kind of sad. But anyways, I'm going to be working on this bear background. So this is a drawing of a bear. You can't really see the bear yet, but it's going to be there eventually. But over on Patreon, I did a live stream tutorial talking all about doing blurry backgrounds. And I don't know, I think I spent about an hour and a half on that live stream last Friday, going through all the steps, talking about all the necessary kind of attributes of getting a good blurry background. So that's what I did over there, and as you can see, it's clearly not finished, so I'm going to be spending some time on it today, hopefully to get it finished, because this coming Friday over on Patreon I'll be doing the tutorial of coloring this bear here, and all the little tips and techniques that I can think up for doing fur, doing eyes, doing animals in general, you know. So that's kind of what I'll be working on over on Patreon. But today hopefully I can make a little bit of progress on this background, because when you're doing blurry backgrounds, they tend to take a really long time if you do it correctly. If you don't do it correctly, you won't get as good results, but it won't take as long. So it should still take you quite a long time to do blurry backgrounds, even though there's no real drawing skill involved, because there's no clear identifying shapes or anything that you have to be completely accurate about. Really, it's all about proper technique to get the blurry effect, and that takes a lot of time. Hello Hildy, hello Vinayak and Astron, Epheros, thanks for coming by the live stream. Hello Chrissy. I see you made it to the live stream today to watch me continue doing this background. So I hope everybody had a good weekend. My weekend wasn't too bad. It could have been better. I think it could have been better, to be honest with you. But today today I'm off my game. I tell you what, I just want to curl up in bed, eat popcorn, and watch a movie or something. Like, I don't want to do anything today at all. And so far I've managed to do as little as possible today, but I still have to get things done. Of course, I gotta jump on here and say hello to everybody. It's not a Monday without a live stream, so I always, a lot of times, okay, well, I can't really say a lot of times. Let me back up. Let me back up a little bit. But for the past couple weeks at least, so today and last Monday's live stream, before I actually got on the live stream, I was like, oh gosh, I have to live stream today. And I was really not looking forward to it, and it was a bit disappointing, because when I finally got set up to do live streams, all I wanted to do was live stream. I just want to set up my stuff and hit stream and just hang out with people and draw. But now it's become the routine, and I almost feel like it's become more of a job and less of like just an enjoying hobby. And I feel like for the past couple weeks or so, art and drawing in general has kind of morphed into what feels more like a job rather than something I do and enjoy. And it's been a real struggle. to be honest with you. I feel like for the past couple months, I've spread myself out a little bit too thin and taking on a bit more than I wanted to, and it's kind of just snowballed into this feeling of not wanting to create because it feels so much like a job, and it's become a bit less enjoyable. But fortunately, as soon as I do finally hit to go live, hit the stream button to go live, and I see all you lovely people in the chat, and we have fun conversations every Monday, in my opinion, and it just makes me feel better. It helps me get through the week. So Mondays are still quite enjoyable doing the live streams. Once I finally get set up and I start drawing, but before that it's a struggle, I tell you what. It's just been one thing after another. I do have some good news though. So only two of the three people that won the giveaway last week have contacted me. So what that means is that there is still one space available for somebody to win the giveaway. So later today, I will probably draw another name, and tomorrow I'll make a very, very brief, very, very short announcement video of the last remaining individual that won. So there's still a chance if you entered the giveaway. You can't enter the giveaway now. It's already done. But for those of you that did enter and didn't win, you have one more chance now. So I just wanted to let everybody know that. And I'll probably be posting 2 videos tomorrow. I need to edit a quick time lapse of, I don't even know what projects. Like, I'm still way backed up with all of my editing and all of my video uploads. I have like 1,000 videos that I don't even remember when I recorded them, that I'm still backed up with. So I'll pick one and I'll upload it tomorrow as well, and I'll do the announcement video. So, or perhaps, no, maybe not. I was thinking I could do the time lapse and then do just a narration and announce the winner in the narration, but that would be too complicated for a YouTube video title, so I'm not going to do that. I'll just make a really short video announcing the last winner for the giveaway. And let me try to catch up with the chat here. I've been kind of drawing and yapping, and I forgot to look up. Hello, Renee, Abigail. Hello, Anne. It's always nice to have you in the chat. Nancy, glad to see you here. Mary, Carol. It's great to have everybody here. It makes it so much more enjoyable when you guys come by and just to say hi. It's really nice. I appreciate that. Thank you. Let me see if I miss any questions. Yeah, Abigail, I really like that idea. I've been actually very strongly considering doing an open air pastel piece. It will be a bit of a pain carrying all of my equipment to record it, but one of the things, I need to find a spot that won't be loud with traffic, or a spot that, you know, has like a scene that I'd like to paint. I mean, honestly, I could probably just go crazy and go to the Katowice city center and just draw the cityscape in pastels with a bunch of people walking around. Of course, then I'll be bothered by a bunch of people asking questions, and of course they'll be speaking Polish and I won't know how to respond. It would give me an opportunity to hand out business cards that I still can't say anything about because I could just hand it to them But yeah, I want to get outside and do an open air pastel piece. I think that it'd be a lot of fun. Of course, I'd have to come home and edit all the footage, which would, just be a joy. That's another thing that I've kind of lost interest in, is editing. But I have some videos. Kind of prepared. I just need to pick music, or I don't know, something. There's always got to be something that I got to do left that I haven't quite finished. Hello, Steven. And Swim. Hello, Christine. I'm glad that you were able to catch the live stream. Oh, that barn owl with the background, the galaxy background, and was just amazing. I really, really like the colors and everything. You always choose the best colors. I swear, I'm so jealous. Your colors are just fantastic. I need to just get rid of all of my earth tone colors and just try to draw something as colorful and as pretty as you. Do I use a blurry reference? So I am using a reference photo that I supplied over on my Patreon page, because this drawing here, I mentioned it in the beginning of the stream. You may have just missed it, but this drawing here is actually part of a tutorial over on Patreon, and I did like an 1.5 hour long tutorial on doing blurry backgrounds, and this is about how far I got in the midst of all that tutorial, because the tutorials are live streams, and so I'm trying to finish up this background so I can work on the bear this coming Friday for Patreon supporters. And yeah, so I went over all the techniques. I'm happy to answer a few questions as far as technique and stuff, but obviously I'm not going to go in depth as much as I do over on Patreon, because it wouldn't be fair for those that support me over there. And besides, the drawing journal isn't about tutorials or anything like that. It's just about hanging out with people and having a conversation. But I'm happy to answer questions as well, so don't feel like you can't ask. Hello, Leontine. It's always a pleasure having you over here. I saw your bubble drawing. That was really nice. That looks like something fun to do with pastels. That it came out really nice and colorful. I liked that you added kind of like stars or something to it. It was really nice. Actually, and I think I saw someone's comment that mentioned that it reminded them of one of my drawings, and this is the drawing that they are thinking of. Actually, it's upside down. So this is a bubble that I did a tutorial for, I don't even know how long ago. This was last year, so I think this was around September or October time frame, so it was quite a while ago, but yeah, your drawing reminded me of this one. Anyways, let's see here. I need some more. Need some more color here. Hello, Coffee Cat. Glad to see you made it to a live stream. Yeah, I agree, Anne. I should just pick like some random colors. You know how a lot of people that use markers. They do that like 3-color marker challenge, but they always select their markers randomly, like blindfolded or some nonsense like that. I should do that with my colored pencils. Like I should remove some of the earth tones and then just kind of throw all of my colored pencils on the bed and reach in with my eyes closed, and just grab like 7 colors, and whatever colors I grab, I need to draw my next whatever piece in those 7 colors, and I can't use anything else. I think that would be kind of fun. Then maybe I could get something as colorful as what you create. Hello, Artista. Yes, so today, many of you can see that I kind of started early, but I pushed back the live stream a little bit later to 1500, because I know that a lot of you are still sleeping in America and stuff like that. So I try to push it back a little bit and hopefully give a few more people the opportunity to join in the live stream while I'm still actually drawing and still live. So let me know how that new time frame works out, or something. I might actually do another live stream this week. I might do one Wednesday. I was considering doing not necessarily a tutorial, but live pastel drawing. Those ones always seem to do really well as far as people viewing it past the actual live stream. They kind of watch it as a tutorial to be able to see me work with pastels in real time. So I was considering doing that this Wednesday. So let me know if you're interested, and I'll consider it more strongly, I guess. Hello, Nefka. Yeah, and you can, like Hildy said, you can choose the colors for me. Just give me a list. Thank you, Carol. Have a good day at work. Take care. So take 2 basic colors like blue and pink, and color the whole picture with different tones of just those 2 colors. Okay. That could be fun. I've never really used a whole lot of pink in my work before, so just adding pink to my color palette would significantly change would significantly change my color palette. Hello, Noah, or should I say Noi? We all know your name now, Noi. I didn't forget you from the last live stream. Let's see here. I need to sharpen my pencil. Yeah, maybe I'll try that next live stream. Perhaps I'll try like I don't know, maybe not drawing a flower. I don't want to draw a flower. Maybe, I don't know, maybe like a butterfly or something. I don't know, butterfly, maybe not a butterfly either. I gotta think of something. So right now this side looks fairly awful. I haven't blended it out yet. I need to add some more layers over here. I gotta try to get some of this done today, because I feel like I'm behind schedule right now on virtually everything in my life. But in other news, I just remembered, hold on a second, let me catch up with the live stream. Live stream using pastels would be great. Yes, okay. I spent Saturday in a hut in the forest watching birds. That sounds fun. 1,700 pictures? It's a lot. And you saw 2 havocs eating a dove, a squirrel, woodpecker. That is an interesting sight, I imagine. You should send me a reference photo, Abigail, and perhaps I'll take the colors that Anne suggested, plus her technique, and I'll draw that bird next Monday with 2 colors, blue and pink, and then, yeah, do something like that. Draw a jellyfish? I swear, Steven, you have the most interesting ideas. A jellyfish sounds pretty awesome, though. I think that a jellyfish would look really, really cool with some super vibrant colors on the tone tanned paper. I love that paper when I use like the more vibrant colors. Okay, color a lion. Okay, Abigail, thank you. I'll have a look at a few of them and take a choose one, and then I'll draw a bird next week with some vibrant colors. Running out of pencil. I need to keep sharpening them over and over again. But one of the things that I will mention real quick about doing blurry backgrounds is that you got to take your time. Like, this is honestly, in my opinion, my least favorite thing to draw is probably blurry backgrounds. Because it is so boring. It's like, it's just a recipe for getting carpal tunnel in your hand, because I recommend doing small circles because it makes the layer a bit more even, but geez, is it boring. Fortunately, when I was working on this on Friday, I had a few people in the live stream over on Patreon that kept it from being a little less boring. But if you rush your blurry background, it's going to look choppy and just gross. So the only way to get good blurry backgrounds is to take your time and go slow. But it is boring nonetheless. So Noi started trying to draw realistic. Do you have any tips for natural color blending? Tips for natural color blending. I'm not quite sure what you mean by natural color blending. If you're using colored pencils, Actually, tell me what medium are you using, because depending on the medium determines, blending techniques. So give me a little bit more information. I'll try to answer your question. Yeah, Leontine, yeah, blurry backgrounds, they can be just a pain with colored pencils. That's what I love about pastels. Doing blurry backgrounds with pastels is as easy as like 1, 2, 3, and then you just blend it out. But with colored pencils, you gotta be so delicate to the paper, because if you press too hard in the first couple layers, you'll end up creating like kind of a crease in the paper, where no matter how much you layer or how much you blend with odorless mineral spirits, you're going to be left with this line that you can't get rid of. So you have to like add no pressure to your pencil for like the first 4 layers, just in order to keep everything nice and smooth. And that's where a lot of people actually mess up, is they think that, well, I need to get a lot of pigment on the paper, so let me just, press real hard and burnish it with this first layer, and then blend it out and go from there. But the problem with that is you get all these lines showing up when you eventually do blend it out, and it just looks like garbage. Yeah, I totally need to get on that powder blender. I have it. It's sitting right next to me. But one of the issues that I've had is that when I first used it, I did not have my polychromos pencils. And using the powder blender with luminance is not a good idea. In fact, it's just a waste of time and product. So I need to just get on with using it, trying it out again, because I had bought some paper. I bought the Canon Me Touch paper, and it's a gessoed paper. It has the feeling similar to pastel matte, and it's a recommended paper in Aliona's book for using the powder blender. So I went ahead and got a sheet of it, but I've never actually tried it out yet, and I really want to. I love that pretty much no matter what you draw or whatever, if you use Aliona's products and post it on Facebook, she's going to share it, which is just, great exposure, kind of in both directions. So, yeah, I definitely need to get on that, trying that out more. That's funny, Chris. Yeah, I'm glad that you found my review of Aliona's book so enticing that you went out and bought both her books. I hope that you like the book. Like I mentioned in the review of it, there's just a ton of information, and even like I've read the book 3 times now, just because I wanted to have a really good idea of what I was reviewing. And I had a review copy of the book for a couple months now, and I wrote up a whole script review based on each chapter, essentially the exact way that I filmed it. I didn't really have the idea of how I was going to film the review, but eventually, after having the book for a while, it kind of came to me on doing it by chapter. but there was just so much information. I didn't want to make the review boring in any way, and I didn't want to like expose too much information, but just enough to be descriptive as to what you'll find in the book and how to benefit from the book, because there's just so much information. It's hard to cover it all in one short video. Okay, hold on, I gotta trying to figure out where I'm left off in the chats. Okay, Noi, you're always using colored pencils. So if you want to blend your colored pencils, then I recommend using paint thinner. There's tons of different kinds of paint thinner, but what I recommend is something that's odorless. And you can find this kind of paint thinner in pretty much any art store ever. And if you're not quite sure what to buy, you can ask anybody at the art store for the kind of paint thinner that you would use to clean your oil brushes. Okay, and then you're going to see me blend here in a moment with some paint thinner and a brush. So you can see how it works in just a moment. But that's what I recommend for blending your colors. But not for everything. Sometimes I think it's better to blend by coloring. So layering one color over top of the other will also blend if you're using wax-based or even the oil-based polychromos. Though I think the wax-based works much better for that. Yes, so Steve, just like Chrissy said, it's my last video. I posted it last week, Wednesday, I think, or Thursday, one of those days. But you can just click on my channel, and it should be recommended for you to view or something along those lines. Oh, that's funny, Anne. I'm glad that you also were convinced by my review to buy it. Colored Pencil Magazine actually commented on my review, so that was very nice to see. I don't notice if they comment all that often using their YouTube channel, but yeah, I was pleased to have that reaction from them. It was nice. Hello, Crossing Cat. It's always nice to see you in the live stream. I feel like I kind of get nervous when I see you in the live stream, because I have to still send out your painting, and it's just been yeah, every time I see you in the live stream, I have to mention that I really do have it done. I really do. I need to actually, if you're hearing this, email me right now, please. Just email me your address so that I can get it sent out this week, and it will be the first thing I do tomorrow. I will just go to the post office and ship it out, and then I'll send you an invoice through your email as well. So we can finally get that taken care of, and then it can show up and you can make your video, and I will release the time lapse. Alright, so let's get another color going here. I need some more green. That's comforting. I'm glad. I'm glad you're not just coming to my live streams to hound me and hold it over my head. I appreciate your. I truly appreciate your patience. As one patient person to another, I can appreciate your patience. I think I often consider myself an exceptionally patient person, so I am able to recognize one's patience quite well. Oh my goodness, Anne, thank you so much. I totally forgot to mention. Okay, so that was one of the things that I really, really wanted to mention today was that this week I will be on the Colored Pencil podcast. Um, I need to keep reminding myself of that before I forget. So I'm so glad that you mentioned it because uh, because I may have forgotten to say that. So thank you. Um, I'm glad that they mentioned that they were going to be interviewing me, and you caught that. So yes, I will be on the Colored Pencil podcast, and you can expect one or two things. Either I'm going to sound really, really tired or really, really drunk because the podcast, like the interview is going to be 8 p.m. like Texas time, I think it is, like Central U.S. time, which is like 3 o'clock in the morning my time. Okay, so it's going to be like 1, 2 a.m. my time when they interview me. And to be honest, I don't remember the last time I stayed up past like midnight. Like I think last night I fell asleep at like 9 o'clock. I'm super like sleepy at like 8 p.m. So I'm gonna be really tired for the interview, and it's probably going to show up with what I say in the interview, but I hope that despite the time zone difference and how sleepy I'm going to be, I will still be able to make coherent sentences. But yes, I'm super excited to be on the podcast. I was only actually able to catch the one podcast. I don't know anything about podcasts. I've never been on a podcast. I've never listened to a podcast. The only time I've ever listened to the podcast was the live stream version that Lisa had on her channel like a couple months ago or whatnot. Which is where the idea of me being interviewed was brought up. And that was it. I don't even know how to find the podcast. So I should be listening to that more often. Give me something to listen to when I draw. It'd be great. Wake up early, don't stay up late. Yeah, that's an idea. Try to take a nap before the interview. Okay, so I don't stay up late, and I wake up early. Reasonably early. Usually earlier than most of the people I know wake up. The past couple days, I've woken up at like 5:30, 6 o'clock. And yeah. So I'll figure it out. I'll do okay. I think I'll survive. I'll be so excited for the interview that I think the adrenaline itself will be able to keep me awake. Oh, Artista, that's not going to work for me. Uh, you got to know that when I go to sleep with a purpose, and that's to not wake up. There is not an alarm clock in the world that's going to wake me up at 2 o'clock in the morning. You can, on Anna's and I's next live stream together, you can ask her about trying to wake me up once I fall asleep. And the idea about a nap, I don't like naps. I hate naps. I am I am so opposed to napping. The reason I don't like naps is because no matter how little or how much of a nap I get, I always wake up with a terrible headache and feeling so much worse. And I just can't take it. I'm not a nap person. My wife, on the other hand, she is a napper. She could lay down on a bed of rocks and take a nap and still like wake up perfectly fine. I have to learn to nap. Yeah, I was probably the worst napper when I was a child too. I don't ever remember taking naps as a child, which is probably why I'm so bad at them now. I never got trained to nap. I never had a proper nap time growing up, so now I'm just doomed for the rest of my napless life. Actually, the sleep part of the military wasn't that difficult. The hardest part for me working in the military was for working for people that was clearly no more intelligent than a rock I'd want to throw at them. That was the hardest part about being in the military is working for people that are clearly far less intelligent than the people they get to boss around. That was the real problem with the military. That and the power trips. Yeah, people that had like one more rank than you. Yeah, they wanted to make sure they used every bit of that extra e-power. Well, I look forward to that possibility. Uh, when will you get children? Oh my goodness, Abigail, you must be new to my channel. I will not. I'll never miss the opportunity of a nap because of a child. I'll tell you that much. Yeah. Neither Anna and I have any intentions of having children. We enjoy our childless life. Actually, talking about children, this was also another thing that I was going to mention, that my brother just had his first baby boy, and I couldn't be more happy for them. Because it's their baby boy and not mine. So I'm very happy for them, their first child. And my sister Lisa, she's about ready to explode right now with her third child. So my family has grown and will continue to grow. And then my sister Christine and myself. Now we're the childless ones. We're the ones that are like, we see what a child does to everybody's life, and we're like, nah, we'll pass. So both my sister and I are have the intention really to never have children. We have enough children in our family to know that it most likely won't be for us anytime soon or ever. You never napped until you were 40? I remember when I was still in America. I still lived in America. This was before I finished school, and Anna and I were just dating, long distance, and we would get on Skype or whatever, and I'd ask like how was her day, what she did, and like every day she'd be like, oh, I took a nap. And I was like, oh yeah, how long was your nap? And she'd be like, I don't know, like 6 hours. And every single time I was like, that isn't a nap. 6 hours, 4 hours, that's not a nap. That's going to bed. Okay? That's sleeping twice a day. And yeah, so she's a professional napper. Though she doesn't get very many naps now because she works all day, and then when she comes home she has to deal with me. So she doesn't get any more naps. I don't remember last time. Actually, no, she did nap this weekend, though it was a more of a grumpy nap. So it wasn't like a healthy nap. It was a stuck inside and me doing stuff, kind of grumpy nap. So yeah. Other than that, she hasn't gotten to nap too much. Master Chiefs that apparently hated home life and kept everyone as late as they could for stupid reasons. Oh my gosh, that's so true, Artista. That is exactly what it is. I so agree about the military. I was in the Navy as well back when they send you out to sea and forget about you. Yep, that's where I was. I was in the Navy as well, Stephen. I did 4 years. I was on the USS Abraham Lincoln and the USS Nimitz. Those were my ships that I was blessed to be on, if you want to call it that. I did 1 8-month deployment, and yeah, I did not have the best military experience in the world. I think I shared this story, what happened to me in the military, but I'm not going to get into that now. Let's just say after 2 years of being in the military, I eventually got into a huge legal battle with my command, which, yeah, it made it impossible for me to stay in the military. But I got out honorably. I didn't do anything wrong. It was just, yeah. Like I said, I'm not going to get into that story now, but maybe sometime. Yeah, that's the same thing that I said. Naps are not 4 to 6 hours long. They're like, 15, 45 minutes max. I mean, if you're sleeping an hour, you're pushing it. It's going from a nap to like sleeping twice a day if you're going beyond an hour. The closest I get to enjoying naps is when I have those moments where like I'm super tired and I lay down not wanting to take a nap, and I kind of get in this frame of mind where I'm not asleep. I know I'm just laying there, but my mind relaxes like a lot. Like that's my favorite form of a nap. Like that's as close as I ever want to get to a nap, because I can still wake up, or I can still get up out of bed and not feel like I was hit in the face with a brick. because that's what current naps feel like. Naps to me feel like I got hit in the face with a brick, which is probably a contributing factor as to why I don't like naps, because it hurts to wake up. Artista, I have to admit that your phrasing of that sentence where you say "my current husband" uh, is kind of a funny way of saying it, because it makes it kind of sound like you're looking for your next one, and it just sounds kind of funny. Like if you were to exchange husband for like job or something, kind of implies that you've either had a lot of jobs or you're looking to get rid of this job and find a better new one. Alrighty, let's do some blending, shall we? I'm gonna do some blending. Hello, Wallerine or something. I hope that's how you pronounce your name. Oh, you like military guys, do you, Artista? I'm kidding. That is funny. Yeah, that's a pretty funny joke. And if you aren't watching this live stream live and reading the comments, you're not gonna know what the joke is. So for this blending, I'm just kind of tapping the colors and getting some of the paint thinner onto the paper. Because if I spread around this color too much, everything's just going to kind of get muddy. My brush is a bit too wet. Need to dry it off a little bit. Oh, that's cute. Funny how life works out that way, and run into people that you knew for a really long time. That's actually kind of how my sister Christine and her husband, how they knew each other. They knew each other from middle school. Yeah, it was junior high as well, I think. They were in the orchestra together in the school, and they never really had a conversation, but they always knew each other through other people. They were always aware of each other's existence, and it wasn't until a few years ago that they met back up, and they knew who each other was, but they didn't really know one another, and they ended up getting married. So it's kind of similar, I suppose. Nah, I think she'd have better luck with the. I think she'd have better luck in the Marines. Yeah, I think that might be better than the Army. am I drawing a grizzly bear or a European brown bear? I'm actually drawing a European grizzly brown bear. Actually, I have no idea what kind of bear. This is a brown bear, I think. Actually, I don't know, so don't quote me on that. I have no idea what kind of bear this is. I half the time I don't even know the animal that I'm drawing. If it's a dog, then it's just a dog. If it's cat, especially if it's a cat. If it's a cat, I'm just drawing a cat. There are like breeds of cat, and I don't know a single one. Who likes cats? I'm not a huge cat fan. I'm sure we have a few people in the live stream that likes cats. I've always kind of been a dog person, but my friend Jose has a cat that uses the toilet, so I haven't seen a dog use a toilet other than as a water bowl, which is disgusting. Oh my gosh, is this process, this is seriously so boring. Like I don't want to do this background anymore. It's so boring. It's just taking forever to do it properly. Like I mentioned before, if you try to rush, you're just gonna mess it up, and it's gonna ruin the drawing. But this one seems to be one of the most boring backgrounds that I've decided to do. I may have not. I may not have. I can't even speak English right now. I probably shouldn't have drawn this picture this large. I usually try to keep my Patreon tutorials to a manageable size, but this one has just taken too long. Yeah, my friend has a potty-trained cat that actually uses the toilets. It's funny because he loves it because it makes his cat much more independent. So when he asks a friend, hey, you know, will you take care of my cat while I'm traveling or whatever? All he has to have his friend do is come over and feed the cat, you know, put some food in its bowl, and then flush the toilet. You know, you don't have to ask your friend to clean out the cat's litter box, which is disgusting beyond all belief. He just has to come over and flush the toilet. I think it's the funniest thing in the world. The most awkward thing in the world, though, is to accidentally walk in on his cat using the toilet. That is something I will never forget. That was an awkward moment. Because, I mean, you walk in on a cat using a toilet, it will just stare at you in the eye. And it's just uncomfortable. Try drawing ice. Yeah, that could be a bit boring as well. At least once I blend out this nonsense over here, it will start to look a little nicer. It will still look like a completely abstract, muddy mess, but at least I'll have some more value overall to the image. And I need to blend out this goofy stuff over here some more. I need to add like at least 2 more layers, even more so over here and here. So I have a bunch of layering I still need to do. Yeah, just like that movie, Christine. Yeah, I forgot that they had a cat that used the toilet in that movie. I think the live stream might be winding down a little bit. I think I'm going to try to blend out the rest of this background here and call it a day. But I appreciate everybody coming by and putting me in a better mood, because before I started live streaming, I just wanted to crawl into a dark hole and do nothing. But now I'm kind of energized, and I think I might make some tea and goof around for a bit before my lovely wife comes home. So then I can goof around with her. That sounded worse than what I thought it was going to before I said it. So I'm not good. You're not good at drawing human, but you want me to make a tutorial on drawing the human face? Actually, you're in luck. So I did a live stream. Goodness, I did a live stream. I think a couple months ago, and I forget what it was titled. Goodness, I forget what it was titled, but I show you the techniques that I use when drawing techniques, and I think that it might actually be the live stream where I talk about drawing hands, but all of the techniques, gosh, what was that live stream? I'm struggling here. It was actually a digital live stream. If anybody remembers the name of that live stream, let me know. But I show you the techniques of drawing faces. It's really quite simplified and digestible. So you should search the library of videos on my channel and find that video. Because I draw now I know what it was. It was how to draw heads from any angle. So if you're struggling to draw human faces, go onto my channel, search videos, and look for the tutorial how to draw heads from every angle, and that will show you how to draw faces. So yeah, do that. Certainly, Alex. you almost missed the live stream. So I forgot to share the live stream, and I also forgot to ask everybody to share it for me. So no reason to do that now, because I'm about to jump off here, but by all means, you can ask me a question. Oh, okay, that's an interesting question. What's my opinion about nudity and art? Well, I'm sure that you've seen some of my artwork that contains nudity. I don't shy away from drawing the human figure. I think that I don't think that goodness, it's kind of a vague question. Like, my opinion of nudity and art. My opinion is that art may or may not contain nudity, and whether or not it does not determine the quality of art. So if it has nudity, it doesn't immediately make it trash and pornographic, and that's about it. I mean, it's a simple opinion, and I think it's a simple subject. Some people have their own opinions, and they tend to get offended because of a nipple or something goofy like that, and I find that to be absurd and unappealing, but not everybody's going to agree with me. So yeah, that's my opinion about nudity and art. That's a weird way to end this live stream, but thanks for the question anyway. What did it? I'm sorry. Did I miss something in the chats? Okay. Anyways, do I like bears? This is going to be the last question, and I'm going to close out the day. Bears are animals, and I was asked to draw one. Do I like them? I think they're pretty cool animals, I suppose, but I don't know. Like, they're cool animals. I don't know how to define whether or not I like bears. They're cool animals. I think this is going to turn out to be a fun drawing once it's done, and it's of a bear. But I didn't draw this drawing. I need to stop saying draw, because people make fun of me for the way I say it. But yeah, I'm doing this. A bear was requested. It was a cool idea. I've never drawn a bear before, so here I'm doing it. But I'm not doing this because I like them. I'm just doing it because I found an interesting suggestion. Anyways, that is going to be it for today. Abigail, yes, I won't forget to look at the pictures. Thank you again for sending me some. And I will see you all again tomorrow with a really brief video announcing one last winner for the giveaway. And so good luck, everybody that was previously entered. I will be drawing another name. And what else? I think that's about it. Wednesday, I might do another live stream on Wednesday, this time doing not colored pencils, but this time doing a pastel tutorial. So be on the lookout for the notification of that. If you don't get notifications from my channel, I think that you can click that little bell button underneath the video. And next time, I'll try not to forget to post the live stream before I go live, because I didn't share this on my Facebook page. I didn't tweet it out. I literally didn't do anything. I've just been a bum today. But aside from that, I hope that everybody enjoyed the live stream, and I am super grateful that you came and hung out with me. Have fun creating art, and I will see you all hopefully on Wednesday. Take care. Peace.